So get this, two of the most powerful minds in tech, Elon Musk and Jensen Huang, just sat down to basically map out the future of humanity. This all happened at the US-Saudi Investment Forum, and what they revealed, well, it could change everything. We're going to break down all the key moments for you.
Right off the bat, you can tell this wasn't just another tech conference. The moderator himself called it a historic moment, framing it as the formation of an alliance for a brand new era, what they're calling the intelligence age. The stakes here are just incredibly high, and the vision they laid out, well, it affects every single one of us. And who better to talk about this new age, right? You've got Elon Musk, the mind behind Tesla, SpaceX, and now his new company, xAI. And on the other side, Jensen Huang, the CEO of Nvidia, the company whose chips are literally the engine behind this entire AI revolution. What they laid out was a roadmap for a future filled with AI-powered factories, a world where work itself might become optional, and a new frontier for computing that isn't even on planet Earth. So let's dive in and break down exactly what they said. Okay, first up, let's talk about the foundation for this whole vision. It's a totally new kind of infrastructure. Jensen Huang has a name for them, AI factories, and they really represent a fundamental shift in how we even think about computing.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. For decades, computers have basically been glorified librarians, right? You ask a question, they go and retrieve information that some human already created. But the future is generative. It's not about finding an existing answer anymore. It's about creating a brand new, unique one, just for you, right in that moment. So if you have software that's creating new stuff 24/7 for billions of people, you're going to need a whole new kind of engine. And that's the AI factory. Don't think of it as a warehouse for old data. Think of it more like a production line for new intelligence. It's a complete reimagining of the data center as we know it. Okay, so what does a world full of these AI factories actually mean for our jobs? This is where the conversation got really fascinating, because it revealed two very different but equally mind-bending visions for the future of work. Musk, in his typical fashion, was incredibly blunt with his prediction. He truly believes that the combination of advanced AI and robotics will create a world with so much abundance that the very concept of working for a living could just become obsolete. The key difference here is the timeline. Huang is really focused on the near term, the next few years, where he sees AI making us better at our jobs, way more productive. But Musk, he's looking 10, maybe 20 years down the road, to a future where the whole economic system has been turned on its head, and work is more of a choice, a hobby, than a necessity. And Huang used this brilliant example to make his point. Everyone thought AI was going to completely replace radiologists, but the exact opposite happened. The AI tools made them so good at their jobs, they could analyze more scans, help more patients, catch things earlier, that the demand for their skills actually went up. It's such a powerful case for AI augmenting us, not just replacing us. Now, this vision isn't just talk. It's not theoretical. It's being built as we speak, and it's backed by huge new partnerships and investments that were actually announced right there at the forum. So Musk announced a major partnership between his company, xAI, and Saudi Arabia to build a massive AI data center, and their starting point is 500 megawatts. To give you some perspective, that is enough power to run a small city, all of it dedicated to building one of the most powerful supercomputers on the entire planet. And as you can see here, it's not just one deal. It's a whole ecosystem of them. You've got Amazon's AWS also building huge data centers. And Nvidia is bringing its Omniverse platform to the table, which is basically this amazing tool for creating digital twins. Imagine a perfect virtual copy of a factory where you can train robots before a single piece of steel is ever laid. It's this strategic web, all designed to make this future happen, and happen fast. But just when you think the scale of this whole thing can't possibly get any bigger, Musk completely shifts the conversation. He argued that the ultimate destiny of AI isn't even on Earth. He brought up a really fundamental problem. AI has this bottomless appetite for electricity, and it's growing so fast that we physically cannot build power plants on Earth quickly enough to keep up with it. So what on earth do you do? His logic is actually pretty simple and, almost impossible to argue with. We're facing an energy bottleneck here on Earth, but in space, you've got constant, unfiltered sunlight for power and the perfect vacuum of space for cooling. He's basically saying it's not a matter of if, but when it becomes cheaper to run these massive AI computers in orbit than it is on the ground. And this is the absolutely stunning conclusion.
Musk believes this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. He predicts that within just 5 years, running AI in space will be the most cost-effective option, which just leaves us with this massive question. If the future of intelligence is literally built in the heavens, what does that mean for the future of humanity down here on Earth?